Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name's Lara and today we're going to do another pick a card tarot and oracle reading, and this time we are asking what is in store for you in the next 3 months. So at the time that I'm filming this, it's the last week of the first quarter of 2025. So we have quarter 2 coming up, so I felt really inspired to make a next 3 months reading, and hopefully you enjoy it. This is a timeless reading though, so whenever you're finding it, this will apply to the next 3 months for you. Okay, so all you have to do is set the intention, talk to the universe, speak out loud, spirit, universe, higher self, whatever. What is in store for me in the next 3 months? What do I need to know about the next 3 months for my greatest good, to manifest the highest outcomes for myself? I'm personally setting the intention that this reading helps really make you confident and knowing exactly what you need to do going into these next 3 months. So once you've set your intentions, take a look at all 3 groups on screen and select whichever one you feel most drawn to. We have group number 1 with the Amethyst, group number 2 with the Lapis Lazuli, and group number 3 with the Obsidian. And some of you guys watching might feel drawn to more than one group or even all 3 groups. That's totally fine. As always, this is a group reading, so take what resonates from these readings and leave anything that doesn't resonate. You will get the best answers that way, okay? And if you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org, and there I'm only focusing on your energy. And actually, because the topic is the next 3 months, I also want to let you guys know I am looking for about 1 or 2 clients to work really deeply with in my Shamanic life transformation coaching sessions. This is a 3-month program where you get a weekly hour-long reading every single week, personal reading every week, focusing in on your questions, your life, whatever it is that you want, plus daily email correspondence with me and custom-made spiritual tools to help you along your journey. So I just want to make you aware of that. It's like the most premium one-on-one offering that I have, and my intention with that is to help you specifically make the most amazing transformation within 3 months, like literally day and night difference in how your life is going. So if you want to work with me in that way, the link is in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. Once those spots are filled, it's going to be unavailable for probably a couple of months because I can only work with a few people like that at a time because I really put a lot of time, energy, and attention to those people who I work with. So go get that. And otherwise, if you're still picking your group, pause now. Let's begin. Okay, group number 1, welcome. You selected the Amethyst, which is a great stone for spiritual and soul protection. It's really great to have if you are wanting to awaken your psychic abilities. We have taking risks coming out as your first card for the next 3 months. Okay, so we're just going to get a general overview of the next 3 months for you. Taking risks is definitely going to be playing a big part of this next 3 months. It feels like, you know what the energy feels like for you? It feels like I've been dealing with this problem for so long and I can't stand being in this reality anymore. Like, F it, I'm just going to throw all caution to the wind, go for this idea, and hope it works. Does that make sense? So for example, like if you are really struggling financially, just wanting to pay off debts or save some money up, you may be getting this random spontaneous urge pretty early on in the next 3 months, like maybe even the next few days, where you're like, screw it, I'm sick of having no money. And you just like apply to these jobs that are much like different, higher paying, etc., more secure, more stable. And you really put an effort in, with your resume, cover letter, emailing, contacting the right people who work at the company via LinkedIn or wherever the heck, and just completely going for it. Like, literally, just screw it. Let's just fix this problem right now. It's a very particular mood, and I don't know how to describe it unless you've experienced this mood yourself. But it's like you just become so frustrated to the point where you're like, screw it. And then you make some big changes. like just random spontaneous big changes. Like, you know what? I've been talking years and years and years how one day I want to write a book, screw it. And then you just get started writing it like that night. Or, you know what? I've been complaining about my weight for so long, screw it. And then you just start jogging that day. You become a jogger. You know, it's that sort of spontaneous, crazy, like quantum leap shift in your actions due to you just really wanting transformation. So that's what I'm seeing for you. We have pleasure. Guru number 1, pleasure. Okay. I am obviously seeing pleasure. I feel like there's sweetness here. There's happiness here. I don't know why my mind is jumping in a more sexual direction. So that may be something that you're enjoying these next 3 months. There could be some awakenings there. It feels also like, you know, you're just allowing yourself earthly pleasures. I don't know. I'm seeing gardening or connecting with nature and allowing yourself more time to just really enjoy the outdoor world. That may be more significant in the next 3 months than it was in the past 3 months. Outdoor oasis. I don't know why that phrase is sticking out. Maybe some of you are creating an outdoor oasis for yourself. Another thing that is coming to my mind, some of you may be getting a little bit more into cooking or baking. And like on a more regular schedule, you may be like maybe like once a week, for example, you try baking a new dessert that you've never made before. And just enjoying these physical pleasures of life a little bit more frequently. If you are a really massive fan of live music, for example, you may be saying, you know what? I'm going to try going to a concert at least once a month. And it's like you're enjoying that pleasure. We have delight. Wow, pleasure and delight. I just feel like happiness here. Happiness. Not overthinking things. Another thing that's coming through for me, you're taking risks, you're taking leaps of faith to solve issues in your life, right? We definitely picked up on that. And I feel like they may be successful. And so as a result of that success, you may be feeling more confidence or having more money or more energy or more time to really enjoy life, you know, or because you're no longer living in so much shame, like beating yourself up, like because you have this big problem, you almost like allow yourself to enjoy life more. I'll give you an example of this. Like when I was really hating the way my body felt, like I was unhealthy, I wouldn't allow myself to really go out and enjoy life the way that I wanted to. Like I would turn down plans, for example, because I would say to myself, well, no, I really have to solve this problem. I should go to the gym. I should work out. And the funny thing is I would turn these plans down and then I wouldn't even work out. You know what I mean? Or like when I really suffered financially, I wouldn't allow myself any pleasure because I would say to myself, no, I have to work. I have to be productive. I have to be on my grind. I have to fix this problem. But then the funny thing is, like, once I did start going to the gym and working out, I allowed myself that pleasure again. And once I did, like, really start growing my finances, I allowed myself some time off. You know, it's weird how that works sometimes because it's like, if you just, like, keep enjoying the things you enjoy, it wouldn't really have much of an impact. But, I mean, I don't know. I guess it depends on the situation. Anyways. Next 3 months, group number 1. We're going to make this a quick reading, not super long. We have the hummingbird coming out in reverse with the number 26. And we have the sun coming out in reverse with the number 53. Okay, so hummingbirds are very spiritually significant, and let me read to you all about them. Despite being so little, hummingbirds are great journeyers, migrating between North and Central or South America to feed from the summer nectar. This gentle creature can be fiercely territorial to protect its home. Hummingbird teaches us to be gentle to ourselves and protect our personal space. Hummingbird invites you to embark on your epic quest, bypass the dung pile of old pains and hurts, head for the flowers, and learn to trust the calling you hear ever so softly. A lot of you guys right now are really being asked in the next 3 months to let go of the past, release the past, and just really focus on the flowers in your life. Focus on what is working. Focus on what is growing. Here's the medicine that the hummingbird offers you. This mighty being comes to teach you stillness and motion, and to trust your inner knowing that the sweetest nectar is assured. Failing to act when the moment is right can spoil your journey. If you feel your safety, comfort, or day-to-day survival are more important than saying yes to the invitation to explore the unknown, you will have to work much harder to achieve what is being offered to you freely now. Wow, this really pairs beautifully with this card that talks about taking risks. Guys, next 3 months is a great time for you to take risks, bigger leaps of faith, bigger changes to resolve the issues that you no longer want to experience in your life. Okay? Still your mind, even in the midst of your own very hectic schedule, and heed the gentle voice that calls you to test new wings. So what does testing new wings mean to you? Something that I feel guided to say is listen to what you've been telling yourself and others that you should be doing right now. What should you be doing? I'll give you a very personal example that you can see very clearly. On this YouTube channel, recently I've been telling myself, I should be posting pick a card readings more. And that's what I'm doing. That's why I'm here. I've been filming pick a card readings nonstop these past 2 days. So we'll see how this channel grows in the month of April 2025 as a result of me posting more pick a card readings and heeding that shift. And that was a big shift for me because I took a long break from filming pick a card readings because they weren't working for me, because it was more give than take. So we'll see what taking that risk and sacrificing my time to make these videos, how that will affect my energy. But what is it that your soul is calling you to do? And this will be a big shift in your schedule. This will be a big shift in how you go about things, okay? What is it? You will be implementing that shift to schedule in the next 3 months, taking the risk, and once and for all solving one of your biggest headaches, one of your biggest problems that have been recurring in your life for a long time. Like constantly having health problems, constantly having money problems, constantly having relationship problems. You're being bold, saying, screw it, F it. This is it. This is not my reality anymore. And you have the information that you need. You know in your mind already the actions you need to take in order for this reality to be over and for your new reality to take over. So next 3 months is all about taking those actions again, and again. Okay, we have the Sun card as well. The Sun is acknowledged by many cultures as the foremost masculine force. In other traditions, it is seen as the feminine in her full power. Either way, it is the most brilliant light for all beings and allows life to sprout from the dark feminine earth. It can be gentle and warming, close to sunrise or sunset, fall or winter. It can be destructive, as in the zenith during the scorching summer. So here's the Sun's medicine for you in the next 3 months. Have you been shining your light for too long? Remember that daylight is only half of the day. The night must have her equal time, and she offers us her gifts as well. Be careful not to be blinded by your own light or the light of others. Do not become enamored with yourself or worship others. Beware your shadow. Revel in your midday glory, but do not be afraid of the waning of the light at dusk. So that's what I'm seeing for you guys. Specifically, you have been enjoying your moonlight period these past few months is what I'm seeing. You've been enjoying your moonlit period. And what that means is maybe life has been quieter, maybe you've been enjoying your routine, maybe you've been doing a lot of emotional processing in your mind, in your relationships. Okay? And now sun's coming back out. Whew, it's time to focus on the flowers. It's time to flower. It is time to bloom. It is time to blossom. Once again, just like how in the Northern Hemisphere, we have spring upon us. The buds are going to be opening during these next 3 months. The sun will become stronger. And we are being asked to, group number 1, next 3 months, Put yourself out there. Take risks. Open your flower petals up. Show the world who you are. And really, really shine at this time. That's what I'm seeing. We have the Four of Cups in reverse. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. You're going into these next 3 months and you're just sick and tired of not having the abundance that you thought you would manifest by now that you really, really want. That's what's changing these next 3 months. We have the Queen of Cups in reverse. Yeah, you've been really focusing on emotional processing, relationship healing, moonlit activities, right? And this is shifting. We have the Eight of Swords. See, these 3 cards right here, it shows feeling stuck in your circumstance. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of being broke. I'm sick and tired of being unhealthy. I'm sick and tired of these relationship issues. And you're putting down ironclad boundaries. I am not experiencing this reality anymore. Point blank, period. Here's what's happening. The Lovers, as a result. Life changes drastically as a result. And this is also beautiful pleasure relationships coming through. Also, it feels like sunshine energy, like your flowers are blossoming. All areas of life improve these next 3 months because of your unwillingness to put up with what you've put up with in the past. And you make such a strong decision to not experience that anymore. I don't know how to describe it. It's not even something you can describe logically. It's just like you proclaiming to the universe, I'm done with this karmic lesson. I'm done experiencing this. And that's it. And then you take bold, risky action into the new direction, into your new life where there's a lot more pleasure, delight, abundance, wiggle room. You may set ironclad boundaries saying, I'm not experiencing these sort of things in relationships anymore. And as a result, you manifest a healthy relationship instead. The Lovers is the center of your tarot here. So there may be a very significant relationship for some of you that is perfectly aligned. We have the Six of Swords in reverse. In earned success. Yeah, you went from like a slow crawl out of your chronic life issues to now you're saying, you know what, screw it. And you take like a rope, you throw it up there and you pull yourself up much more drastically. So I'm seeing drastic improvements in the things that were troubling you. However, it's not just you're waiting for these drastic improvements and they come in. It's literally being born from your own frustration and you making the decision, that's it. We're doubling, tripling, quadrupling down on efforts to just get ourselves out of this so frustrating reality. And you do exactly what it takes to get out of there. And you're specifically focusing, like we said, on the flowers, the things that you know will work. You're specifically focusing on the highest impact things that you can do to create the biggest transformations possible and get yourself out of this stress. Some of you guys may be paying off debts. That's what this kind of feels like, paying off debts, just saying enough is enough and suddenly making drastic improvements to something you've been struggling with. Princess of Swords in reverse and the Knight of Cups upright. There's love on your side along this journey, like just randomly, a beautiful relationship, beautiful friendships, soulmates alongside you on this journey. And it makes a lot of sense that there are soulmates around you because when you focus on yourself, loving yourself and doing the things that you need to do in order to get yourself to where you want to be, soulmates tend to just be around because you're being your own soulmate in that case. You are resolving your own issues and pouring energy into you, and soulmates tend to just pop up as a result. So there's beautiful love, beautiful supporters all around you while you're on this journey over the next 3 months, creating drastic change in your life that will lead to more delight, more pleasure, more enjoyment out of life, because it's like, man, I finally have the energy, I have the health, I have the money now. You guys are getting yourself out of these long-term karmic life issues. And it feels so good. And you've been trying to get yourself out of these issues for years, is what I'm saying. You've been trying for years. And I don't know, there's just something snapping in your mind that's like, that's it. I'm just done being with this issue. And it's something in the way that you say it. It's something in your proclamation that the universe hears you. You proclaim it, and that proclamation vibrates to the deepest parts of your soul and your mind. And therefore, your subconscious mind produces the exact pieces of information and action plans that you need in order to actually resolve these issues and be able to finally enjoy abundance, prosperity, delight, pleasure in life again, and not have this thing in the background 24/7 worrying you know? I hope that made sense. This is a really life-changing next 3 months for you guys. And I love that you have the Lovers. I love that you have the Knight of Cups. Like, there are supportive, loving people here with you as you work hard to get yourself to stable, amazing places in life. Okay? And they're working hard alongside you, but on their own issues. Okay? And together your relationship grows as a result of you both individually working on yourselves. So thank you so much for joining me, group number 1. Definitely like this video, comment how it resonated down below, and subscribe if you have not already. If you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. I also offer my intention oils there, shamanic life coaching sessions there, as well as my online tarot reading course. So check it out. Bye-bye. Hello, group number 2, and welcome. Let's see what is in store for you in the next 3 months from the time that you're watching this. What is in store for you in the next 3 months? What do you need to know about these next 3 months? We have focus coming out with this leopard or cheetah or something in the snowy mountains. So do not lose your focus. Group number 2, do not lose your focus. Leave a comment down below. What is it that your biggest goal is that you're focusing on right now? 1 or 2 big goals that you're focusing on right now. The advice here is not to lose your motivation. Recently, motivation may have been a little bit lower, and you're being asked to keep going, keep pushing. I don't know why I'm seeing something about athleticism or healthy eating for some of you. You may be working towards a goal, like an athletic goal, or some sort of race, some sort of thing there. Don't give up. Don't lose focus. Some of you may be working towards some sort of savings goal, income goal, some sort of number. I don't know why numbers are significant. There could be a number goal that you have, like saving a certain amount of money, losing a certain amount of weight, something like that that's standing out to me. And don't let your slips turn into slides. That's like a great piece of advice that I live by. So when you're on the journey to some sort of goal, there will be times where you might slip up. For example, like let's just say you're a recovering alcoholic or drug addict. You might relapse once or twice in your recovery journey, but that doesn't mean when you relapse, you have to immediately go back to your old lifestyle. And I feel like that's why I love the affirmation, like, don't let a slip turn into a slide, because it's like in those moments, you're beating yourself up, you're feeling bad, and you're just like, you know what, screw it, I can't do this. You lose motivation. And it's like, no, I don't have to let one bad day ruin all of the progress I've always made. All I have to do is get back up and keep going. You know, simple as that. So don't let your slips turn into slides, and remain focused on your overall goals, because I feel like in these next 3 months, you can make a lot of progress. We have diligence. Wow. This is going to be a time of like really working hard is what I'm seeing. Like really getting a lot done. I'm seeing a lot of productivity as well. Like being diligent, focused, eyes on the prize sort of energy. And it makes sense. I always pick up this energy, especially in April and May, of people just like being very consistent with goals, with growth, having the focus, the determination. We have community. Oh, such a beautiful card. Look at the butterflies with the rainbow. I think the universe may be sending you some beautiful new friendships, a beautiful new sense of community, which is just lovely. And it's like, these are people who really resonate with your soul. There's soul resonance here with them. I love this. Wow. Very beautiful. We have middle world coming out. So in shamanism, there is the lower world, the middle world, and the upper world. The middle world is where we live at. It's also where alternate realities exist. And we have soul retrieval in reverse. Wow. Okay. So there are some shamanic tools that may really help you in these next 3 months. Let me talk about the middle world. The middle world is the realm of day-to-day reality and the playground of the living. It is the present moment where everything is happening, yet the middle world is created by the future, not only the past. And it is a mirror of the invisible realms. When things are right in the middle world, heaven and earth are supporting everything. When they are not right, heaven and earth must be brought into order as well. So there's an invitation from the middle world to you in these next 3 months. Here's your invitation. The middle world shows up when conditions are favorable to your undertaking. Do not hesitate. Move forward as heaven and earth are smiling upon you. The time is right, so be expedient, but mindful of not being reckless. The world is your playground, and what would require great effort at any other time can be accomplished with ease right now. Yeah. Big messages in your reading to really be productive in these next 3 months. And I see you doing that, being diligent, working on your goals, and you're going to get so much done in the next 3 months. At the end of these next 3 months, you're going to be looking back and being like, oh my God, I got so much done. I can't believe the amount of progress I've made. This is incredible. And you're going to be very pleased with yourself and with all that you've achieved. Then you have soul retrieval. Let me explain what this is if you're unfamiliar. Soul retrieval is a practice that helps you recover a part of yourself, your energy, your enthusiasm, or your innocence that you have lost. At first, we'll use soul retrieval to recover from our hurts and heal our childhood wounds. Later, we learn to journey to recover our original nature, the self that never left the Garden of Eden, who still speaks to the rivers, to the trees, and to God. When we return to Eden, we are whole again. So, soul retrieval is coming out in reverse for you. There's a medicine here for you. When did you compromise what you truly believed in to be loved or accepted by someone? Think back over your life and find the time or times when this happened. Vow to never compromise your integrity again. What have you agreed to in the name of love that you know is deeply wrong? Make it right in this instance. Wow. Wow. So there is a deeper soul healing taking place over the course of these next 3 months where, well, first off, one thing that I'm seeing is you're being yourself more and more and more. And you're not compromising who you are in order to fit in or appease to certain communities. And I really see a part of these next 3 months, you're really connecting with your soul tribe, like the people who you really resonate with and you feel at home with, like you could just be yourself confidently with, which is beautiful. If you selected group number 2, even if you're so lonely right now and you are having a hard time imagining having this community within 3 months, you will have this community within 3 months. Okay. And I don't know how exactly you're going to find it. But there's all sorts of ways to find community. And I think it's best to connect with people who you can relate to in some way. So for example, if you are somebody who really enjoys running, connect with other runners because you have that shared experience and shared wisdom. If you are somebody who's very spiritual and into tarot, find other people who are spiritual and into tarot because I guarantee you're going to have conversations that you've never had before that are just life-changing. You know, if you are a part of the LGBTQIA plus community, connect with the queers, connect with your people because there are things that you might feel like you can't talk about with most people that you can talk about with them. There is safety, there is comfort in finding a community of like-minded individuals. And I see a part of the next 3 months, you're not only being productive and really making so much progress in your own life, but you're also really connecting with other people along the journey. And it's like you're all migrating together, like a herd of butterflies migrating, right? You're all supporting and uplifting each other on your journey together. We have the Four of Cups in reverse, very similar to group number 1. They also had this card come out in reverse. I'm pretty sure as their first card. You're just sick and tired of being sick and tired. You're sick and tired of not being where you want to be. And I feel like you're vowing to make the changes that you want to make in the next 3 months. And that's why there's so much productivity here. We have the King of Swords in reverse. You're not going to get as much done by yourself as you would if you have a community backing you. And that's just the reality of life itself. And the King of Swords in reverse, his wisdom is to find other people to help uplift you along the way. For example, let's go back to that example of being addicted to drugs or alcohol. Can you technically become sober by yourself? Yes. But would it be easier for you to connect with a community of other people who are going along their sobriety journey, and like once or twice weekly, you share your woes and you have a space to really talk about your problems? That would make your life so much easier. And you're all uplifting, all supporting each other. You have friends who can relate to you and swap wisdom. You're not alone. And it just becomes easier when you have that community. And so find your community. You're not an island. We have the Princess of Pentacles upright. Yeah, this is that productivity. I'm also seeing some of you guys may be opening up more streams of income during these next 3 months. So that could be like a side hustle, a new project that opens up, a new service that you're going to be offering, new products that you're going to be selling. We have the Lovers. Oh my gosh. If you felt drawn to group number 1's reading, go ahead and watch that as well, because there's some similarity. It's a different reading for sure, but like some similarities here that are crazy. Like they also had the Lovers as the center of their tarot. So I just feel like the next 3 months for a lot of people, relationships, soulmates are huge. And I feel like the universe is bringing you in soulmates, not just romance, but like friendship soulmates as well. Like really, like people who are going to be in your life for a very long time, who really uplift you and have a positive influence on your life, and you having a positive influence on theirs. We have the Knight of Cups upright right next to that. Oh my gosh. There's so much romance here. Just being honest with you. There's romance. There's love. There is you saying yes to creative ideas and projects. Some of you guys may be making more money, or just making money in general, from your creative ideas, from your creative projects, dreams and goals. I am seeing that. We have the Seven of Swords in reverse with unstable effort. Okay, so this is more on selfishness. Let's see what's next to it. Okay, Princess of Cups in reverse. And notice how this is looking over here. There could be someone who is emotionally immature who might be jealous of your relationship, or jealous of your ability to believe in yourself and take action on your dreams. So I would just be mindful and be careful of any influences like that. A lot of times people who are jealous, they're often, what stone did you pick? Did you guys pick the Lapis Lazuli or the Obsidian? I mean, both of those stones are stones of protection from negative energies, especially the Lapis Lazuli is a stone of protection from jealous people. So yeah, just cleanse your energy regularly is what I would say. If I were group number 2, I would make sure to do some visualization or sound healing or smoke cleansing. Like, I don't know, maybe once a day. And it doesn't have to be this big dramatic thing. It could be like, just a minute or two visualizing like your energy being cleansed and protected with a golden, beautiful bubble. of light that only allows positive energy and influences in. And something else that I like to add on to that is like that golden bubble of protective energy. If anybody sends you negative or jealous energies, that energy gets transmuted instead of just bouncing off and going back to them. No. You'll take the energy that is sent your way, but it'll be transmuted into power or money or beauty or stability. You know, I really like to add that little caveat in my energy work. So make sure you're doing that. And I really do. And notice how this rainbow over here is kind of going down in the direction of this love. I feel like your romantic relationship, if you're in one, is very divinely protected at this time. Like there is, like for whatever reason, there are spirits that are really protecting the two of you and strengthening your relationship and turning it into something so beautiful, which is wonderful. And there could be further levels of commitment here. Some of you guys may be starting a business or side hustle with your partner, or like a best friend or something, which is really interesting as well. But yeah, I feel like haters gonna hate, but overall, you're gonna be very pleased over the next 3 months with the amount of stuff you get done and the experiences you have in your social life and your love life. Those are the beautiful flowers that I see blossoming during these next 3 months. There may also be some issues that come up with jealous individuals, but who the heck cares? And there's a message here of also like just not falling back into the pattern of like allowing yourself to stay as a version of you that you really aren't. And that's why these next 3 months are all about growth and work and improving your life circumstances. You know, you're no longer staying and like staying in a version of you that you don't like. You're no longer compromising who you are in order to, I don't even know, like you're just improving your life circumstances. So it feels really good. Thank you so much for joining me, group number 2. Definitely like this video, comment how it resonated down below, and subscribe if you have not already. If you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. I also offer my intention oils there, shamanic life coaching sessions there, as well as my online tarot reading course, so check it out. Bye-bye. Hello, group number 3, and welcome. Let's see what the next 3 months have in store for you. How have you guys been? Let me know in the comment section. I want to hear what is in store for you. We're going to pick 3 cards from the Sacred Destiny Oracle. Let's see. First card out is Diligence. Wow, this came out for group number 2 as well. And we have a bird flying high above the sky, high above the clouds, and looking down on all of those farmlands, those patterned farmlands below. And it takes a lot of hard work to prepare those grounds. I know, I live in the farmlands now, and they're out there every single day of the year working that soil and working hard to make sure that we all can eat and we all have abundance. So this really talks about working hard in the next 3 months and putting in your due diligence, getting a lot accomplished. We have solitude. Okay. I think these go hand in hand, to be honest. More alone time means more time to really focus on the things that you want to grow, that you want to experience. When I think of my alone time, I think of, okay, I'm going to film some YouTube videos. I'm going to grow the YouTube momentum. I'm going to work on my creative projects, whatever that may be. I'm going to work out. I'm going to run. I'm going to journal. When I think of solitude, I think of growth. And so we see a lot of soul and personal growth and healing happening for you over the next 3 months. For some reason, journaling is sticking out to me. Journaling may be your friend when it comes to personal growth. So definitely make sure you're making time to write out your thoughts and feelings, put them into words. That may really help you along your journey. And we have protection. Yes, you are so protected, and you have to trust that the universe is taking care of you. Something I'm seeing, even if you're in a relationship, these next 3 months are all about self-love, pouring energy into you and restoring some of that magic that you experience on your own. So what makes you feel magic? Like I was talking to someone, there was a point in my life where when I was single, I felt so at peace. I felt like I could manifest things really quickly. And then when I was in relationships, I felt like I wasn't at peace. And, the other person's problems became my problems. And I broke out of that, not by remaining single, but actually by prioritizing the things that kept my magic alive. So that was, really prioritizing YouTube growth and connecting with you guys, really prioritizing doing things that I enjoy doing, such as artwork or gardening, running, lifting weights. These are things that I enjoy, cooking myself a nice meal. And making sure that I was doing those things at least once a day. And during times where I was finding myself getting dysregulated, doing at least 2 of those things a day. And really making sure to maintain that relationship with myself. I'm seeing you guys doing that. Maintaining the relationship that you have with yourself. Even if you are in a relationship, it will really go a long way. Enjoy your life personally as an individual. Keep doing the things that you love to do, and all will be well. Very beautiful. We have Thunder coming out in reverse with the number 56, and we have the Sweat Lodge in reverse. Wow. So Thunder is a powerful spirit. I'm going to read to you all about these spirits, but the spirit of Thunder really breaks apart energy that's been growing and stagnating. It's just a beautiful release. Legends speak of great thunder beings who live in the sky and call for your attention when great occurrences are meant to happen in the world. They warn when tensions in a situation are called upon to be released. Their presence in your reading reminds you of the dramatic moments in life that change everything. Wow. So some of you guys, these next 3 months, there could be a lot of dramatic moments that happen that change everything. Both awesome and frightening when thunder arrives. It is also a wake-up call, one that you will not soon forget. Wow. So this is coming out in reverse. Thunder has a medicine for you. Here's your soul's medicine. Do you feel like unnecessary drama is waylaying your life? Could you be exhausted from listening to others tell you their never-ending victim story? Or could you be telling yourself a version of the same? It's time for an about face. You're being warned that to continue on this path will cause you to regret your choices, even if they appear benign or familiar. It's time to say no to drama, both yours and others. Focus on solutions rather than problems. You are worthy of a drama-free life. I'm seeing multiple messages in this. Number 1, you may be releasing people who are all drama. Okay, you may be letting go of people who constantly play the victim story, not putting in any effort towards that connection anymore. Number 2, I'm seeing a lot of you guys, you've been doing so much hard work with the diligence card here. You accomplished so much in your life in the past few years, so much. It's been feeling like a never-ending grind, right? If that resonates with you, your soul and your body even is pulling you into a new direction where you just fall back and relax and sort of like ease your way into like a sort of retirement almost, even if you're still working. Because, these past few years, you may have been working like, whether that be like literally working at a job or just on yourself or goals, like the equivalent of like 3 to 4 jobs. Okay. And your soul is calling for you to have some peace and quiet now, so if you're doing anything that keeps you in a state of like being on your grind and overly pushing yourself, you're being asked, like, sometimes it's best to just cut your losses, give up, and fall back into that ease, that relaxation. So you also have the Sweat Lodge in reverse here as well. The Sweat Lodge represents the womb of Mother Earth. Volcanic stones are heated in a fire outside, then brought into the lodge and placed in a shallow hole in the center. Participants sit in complete darkness around the red-hot stones to sweat away old habits and beliefs and heal disease. When you return humbly to the womb of the mother, you are offered second chances. Yeah. So this is all about release, both with Thunder and the Sweat Lodge in reverse, letting go, breaking up these patterns, these habits, these energies within yourself that keep telling you, I have to work, I have to be on my grind, I have to like grind myself down to the bone in order to get what I deserve. That is not true. Life is offering you a second chance. Take it, since this chance may not come your way again for a while. Mother Earth is calling you into her womb and inviting you to incubate as long as needed for a spiritual rebirth. Give yourself time to be with your darkness, your fears, your pain, and your seeds of beautiful potential until you come out on the other side free, wise, and full of creativity. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Like this sweat lodge energy could also be symbolized through journaling, sitting with yourself, asking yourself, what do I need to release? What do I need to let go of? What do I need to embrace? What do I need to change? And really doing a deep dive, once again, deep within yourself. And I see you coming out the other side feeling freer and lighter. So what things in your life right now make you feel overburdened, heavy, stressed out, dysregulated, annoyed, like a weight is on your shoulder? Write those things down, and I want you to sit and really unpack each and every one of those things, writing all about it, talking to your therapist all about it, and really getting to the bottom of it all. Something that I've been doing recently is using ChatGPT as a therapist. And honestly, it's pretty effective. Okay, if any of you can't afford therapy, highly recommend. Even though it's literally like AI. I don't know. There's moral gray areas with AI, but just saying. We have Valor, 7 of Wands upright. Yes, setting boundaries with yourself. How much are you going to keep giving? Listening to the people who complain nonstop about their lives and do nothing for you. How much are you going to do that to other people? Have some boundaries. Let go, release the old you. It is time. And look at that. I just noticed there's a storm in the background of this protection card as well. Thunder, release. Powerful releases are happening. We see Temperance. It's an emotional release for sure. And I don't know why. I think specifically going to a sweat lodge or sauna may really, really be helping you at this time. If that's something you're interested in, or if that's something that you can do, like literally just sweating out all of your demons, working hard physically. It feels so good to just sweat sometimes and just imagine that sweat like purging the stress from your body, because it really is, honestly. And Temperance here is such an emotionally intense energy. It just really feels like you are doing a lot of inner healing and reflection these next 3 months, and even just at this time, and learning how to not have to work as hard but still receive the same results, and really unpacking different areas of your life where that is possible. We have the Emperor. Exactly. The Emperor is not doing every single job in his empire. No, he is managing it all. So I see you guys tapping more and more and more, and you've been doing this, into your CEO boss energy. And what that means is you are not micromanaging every single little detail of your life. You're finding ways to delegate. You're finding ways to automate. You're finding ways to bring in passive income and make things an automatic process that leads to more and more growth, making your money make more money and making the most of what you got. Like really, that's the key to wealth. That is the key to not burning yourself out, is automating things, letting your abundance build upon itself. And you're acting as this emperor, this person who's managing the whole system, making sure all of the gears are turning in the right way, but you are not on your grind with every little detail in life. And I actually think that you being in your grind with every little detail in life is out of alignment with the direction that you're trying to soar in. So especially if you've been setting affirmations recently of wanting to be wealthy, wanting to be peaceful and prosperous, you doing anything that is really feeling like a grind, like overly hard work, is going to be out of alignment. You're better managing what you've got, and that will lead you to more success. We have the Sun card coming out. Yes, see, this is that success. I don't know why I feel guided to share with you. So I struggled with finances in my business at one point. And, this is when I already had my YouTube channels. This is when I already had my website up. I was selling readings and life coaching and whatnot. And I had this false limiting belief that because I only have 12 to 15,000 subscribers collectively, that there's no way I can be wealthy. There's no way I can make good money. And what I did was I actually changed the way that I run my business, the way that I offer my offerings, and I manage it differently now. And even though my YouTube channel for 3 months was going through a slow period, I somehow managed to make twice the amount of money that I had in the entire year prior. There could also be a lot of outings and fun vacations or weekend getaways that you're planning during this time. The sun being the center of your tarot cards, of all of your cards, actually shows that this is a very prosperous and happy and abundant time for you. And especially next to the Emperor, it just feels like you're feeling more in control of your life and of your reality. You're no longer feeling victim to circumstances that are out of your control. It feels like you're creating emotional mastery and cultivating a level of self-worth that is so unshakable that even other people in your life or financial highs or lows or anything, really anything that goes on around you cannot shake that sense of inner stability, peace, and prosperity and self-worth. Those are all things that need to be cultivated within. And when you get to a certain point, it's like nothing can shake your peace, even if you are in poverty, even if you are having all this crazy relationship drama, even if you are sick. Your sense of peace, your sense of inner stability, your sense of inner prosperity and self-worth and confidence will not be touched. That is the level of self-mastery that you are going down, that you are developing within yourself. We have the 6 of Pentacles coming out in reverse. Okay, so it's becoming very clear to you where the give and take is, the push and pull in your life. And if there's any imbalances there, they are being revealed, they're being illuminated at this time. And perhaps those imbalances are what's being released, what's being let go of. Yeah, the people that drain you. Judgment in reverse, exactly. Judgment in reverse is such a card of letting go of things that you have a history with that do not serve you any longer. So there will be some decisions being made in the next 3 months I'm literally, as crazy as this sounds, I'm seeing things like quitting goals that no longer are aligned with you and it's just a time waster. I'm seeing you, perhaps some of you may be walking away from certain connections or environments that, again, are no longer in alignment with you. You give a lot, you listen a lot, you're there for them a lot, but the reverse is rarely the case. You're letting go of those things that drain your vital essence. And then we have the Star in reverse. Yeah, this will help you to develop your self-confidence more and to attract your goals and dreams and the reality that you're seeking towards you much quicker. Okay, so there's a lot of powerful inner healing work over the next 3 months. And you're learning how to be more in control of your emotions, your reality, and your own stability. Regardless, instead of trying to make everything outside of you stable, you're making your own inner self stable, and the outside will match that new reality. And I just love that the sun shines in the center of all of this because it shows overall, despite all of these things you're working through and working on, you are happy. You are very happy. Happiness, peace is being restored. There's a lot of fun adventure and experiences and memories that you'll be making in these next 3 months as well. And I'm just really excited about this. I'm really excited for you guys. So thank you so much for joining me for this reading. If you want to see what the second quarter of 2025 specifically will look like for your zodiac signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, go on over to my second channel, Spirit Psychic Tarot. Those readings will be up, or should be up depending on when I post this. So check that out. Like this video, comment how it resonated down below, and subscribe if you've not already. If you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. I also offer my intention oils there, shamanic life coaching sessions there, as well as my online tarot reading course, so check it out. Bye-bye.